tankers, welcome back to my videos. I am Blitz, and today I'm going to be talking about some more World of Tanks, and instead of talking about the current state the game is, I want to talk about the game and what I think should be done in the future, because I made a video talking about the game already. If you haven't seen it, go make sure to check that out. But I did make a video on that, and I talked pretty elaborately and deeply about my thoughts and opinions on the game. And I then wanted to think of some ideas that Wargaming could implement into the future to really help their game boost and grow as a community and as a business, helping them in both ways, making the players happy and the business happy, of course. So I definitely want to get into that. But real quick before I do, I want to thank Meadsy69. I sent him a message on Discord and he responded within an hour, and he said a bunch of nice things about me. He just made a video talking about the current state of the game, just like Fugit and I. And if you don't know who he is, make sure to definitely check him out. He has some awesome videos, and I really just want to thank Meadsy. If you're watching the video, thank you. It really does mean a lot. And we have pretty much hit almost 1.8 thousand subscribers by the time you're watching this video. And that is insane. It's just really so much attention this channel's been given. You may even get me soon as contributor for World of Tanks. Will be awesome because I won't have to spend any more money trying to make videos on new tanks. So it's going to give me a lot more flexibility. So I really want to thank you guys for the amazing abilities you guys have given me to be able to do. But without further ado, I'm going to get stuck into my ideas. Now, when I was listing some of the events that should be fixed in World of Tanks, I was saying, they need to add more events for the players. I was saying that they need to make tutorial videos. They need to stop selling as many premiums, and I'm not a huge fan of the crate concept, but I just feel that they should give crates better, drops, like gold. The WZ112-2 crates, when I got them, I actually got the 112-2, not with the crates I originally purchased, but they gave me like 10,000 gold back from the $50. And I used that 10,000 gold to buy more crates, which I got the tank in. So Wargaming should implement definitely better things into the crates. But that's not really the main idea I wanted to talk about today. The main idea was events, and I said that in the, my thoughts on the game before, is I said they need to add events that don't bring out crappy tanks that people don't care about, or they don't bring out events that's going to rush everybody into the game, and then they're going to release overpowered premiums in the store so that you buy them to be able to finish the event. And after I kept thinking and thinking and thinking about, what type of tank or what event would really draw players into the game, which overall would cause Wargaming to have more players, meaning more money, and they wouldn't have to advertise as many tanks if they have more players coming into the game. And it would cause more players to play more and harder and want to be better. And I was thinking and thinking, and, I was looking on, Bushka's channel and Meadsy's channel, and I noticed that the video on the T49 they posted had a lot of views. And that's the same for the T49 ATM. And that tank was only out for like 2 weeks. So what I learned from that video is that players really like the T49. It's got very unique characteristics, which makes it stand out from the crowd. It's really fun to play, and Bushka's video had over 80,000 views on it. And that's when the tank first came out, which meant that probably 50,000 people rushed to watch the video because they wanted to see a new tank that was coming into the game they could get for free, didn't cost money, and was fun overall. So I thought about that tank, and I'm like, okay, so what type of tank would Wargaming want to add into the game that players could earn, have fun in, and it would still get them free money by adding more players into the game and growing the overall player base. And it struck me because I was thinking of the tank that I wanted to be put into the game, and I was like, okay, if they made this tank a collector that you could earn for free by doing a series of, extremely hard missions, they progressively get harder and harder, and you don't have 2 weeks to complete this mission, and then you buy it with gold. You can either get the tank or you can't get it. There's no gold buying, you have to earn it, which would cause more players to want to grind through the game and learn how to do better, which would really help Wargaming out. And the tank that I decided upon was the Sheridan. Now, if you guys aren't sure what this tank is, it's pretty much a tier 10 T49. It's a quicker version, a lighter version. It's a little bit bigger, but it's a quicker and lighter version of the T49 placed at tier 10. It has the exact same gun, except it has a much better rate of fire, probably sitting at around, I don't know, a 12-second reload instead of 16. And it's probably also got more high explosive penetration, but other than that, its heat pen is the exact same. And what that tank is so special at is just because it's a tier 10 light tank with just this awesome gun mounted on it, which would really attract players all over the world that haven't played this game, or players that have stopped playing this game to get back into it. Now the big question is, how many players would this event really bring into the game? Because Wargaming needs to see lots of players coming into the game for this event to be able to have it worth their time and money to be able to create this tank and have their staff work on it and do all this effort and promotion for this tank. And if it doesn't bring a lot of people into the game, it's obviously not going to be worth it, and it's going to be too much of a risk for Wargaming. However, if you take a look on Blitz stars and look at the 183s, how many players have ran that tank in the past 90 days, it's sitting at around 9,200, which is a very impressive number. It's making that tank the most played tier 10 in the game. However, when you take a look at the T49, you can take a guess, but it's sitting at 10,800, which means that the T49 is the most played tank for the last 90 days, ever, out of every tank in the game. And the T49's been in the game forever. There's never been any updates done to it, really forever. No buffs, no nerfs. It's just stayed the same, other than the one nerf they did that ruined the damaging of crew modules as much. But other than that, it's still kept the most player base on the game ever. And Wargaming, I hope you're watching this video, because if you are, you're understanding that, a huge chunk of your community loves the T49 for what the tank is and the capabilities it has. Which means that if you were to release an event where you could earn a free tier 10 collector by doing harder and harder missions, and the event lasts, a month or 2 months, it's really going to draw players all over the world into the game that haven't played your game, players that have quit playing the game and stopped spending money on the game because they're sick of you keep releasing overpowered premiums. What you need to do is you need to bring this tank out into the game. And it doesn't need to earn credits. It doesn't need to earn any credits, because players won't care if it earns credits. They just want to have a unique tank that's fun at tier 10, that doesn't cost money to be able to win the game. And that's going to be something really unique about the tank. Not to mention, Wargaming needs to make it actually sort of underpowered, in my opinion. And you may be asking, well, why would you want to make an underpowered tank free to the public to be able to earn? And the reason I'm saying that is because, first of all, if it's overpowered, everybody's going to want to get it. There's just going to be an influx of worse players rushing into the game trying to get the tank. But if you take a look at the tank and see that it's not overpowered, what that means is that when the really good players get the tank, because if you think about it, I said it's going to be very hard, tasks, maybe you have to do 5,000, 6,000 damage in a battle and get 4 kills, 5 kills, 6 kills, maybe even 7 to get the tank. When you think of it, that means that the better players in the Unicums and the Pramo members are going to be able to get that tank way quicker than the average player starting off, or the average player in the game just in general. Which means that you don't want overpowered players running around in an overpowered tank. World of Tanks PC did that for the OBJ they released. It really got the players pissed off that didn't have it and couldn't earn it, and it made the Unicums even more overpowered and turning them pretty much into just unkillable tanks when they run that thing. So Wargaming, make sure you don't make the tank overpowered. You want to make it fair for everyone, and you want to make it very hard to earn. You want to make people challenged and keep playing the game. You don't want to just keep releasing premiums and crates and, tier 10s that lets people skip up to tier 10, and then they realize, oh, tier 10's not that fun after 50 battles, and they stop playing the game. This will keep players in the game, want them to run this tank, because this will probably end up being the most played tank in the game. This event will probably be the most popular thing that will ever happen to Blitz, other than the T49 ATM event. And again, the T49 ATM event, what tank did it involve? It involved the T49. Why haven't they brought that event back out? It was one of the best, coolest, funnest events ever brought into the game, and it only lasted 2 weeks. Why can't they release a tank event sort of like that, like the Sheridan? Tier 10 is one of the most desired tiers, and it's, to be honest, one of the most boring tiers for me. I like Tier 8 a lot better because there's more unique characteristics in the tanks. At Tier 10, if they were to release a tank like the Sheridan, I would give Wargaming the biggest appraisal they've ever seen, and it would make me the happiest person in the world, and maybe some of you guys super happy as well, because I know at least, 10,000 of you guys love to play the T49. And finally, if you've stuck to the end of the video, I really want to thank you guys for watching this video. But there's one last really important thing I want to say to you guys, and this is the biggest opinion I have, and which really needs to happen, is I was talking to Meadsy in Discord yesterday. We were having a pretty good conversation, and we started to get into Blitz and the video I made about, what the problem with the game was and all that. And what ended up happening was I thought of an idea that I think really we all need to do, and we need to get together, is that we need to get all of the World of Tanks Blitz YouTubers, Fugit, me, Meadsy, all of them, Skate Extreme, Bushka, you need to get Martin Dogger, we need to get all of the World of Tanks Blitz YouTubers, big, small, everyone in the game, and we need to get them all on a live stream through Discord or whatever with Wargaming representatives, with the Wargaming community, and the people that run the company. And we need to make a public live stream of that so that everybody can watch it, thousands of you guys watching the video. And we need to speak to Wargaming in the public, telling them our thoughts, how the game should be fixed, and then saying what we think should be implemented in the game, what events should be done. And then the community can respond in the chat to the side saying that they agree, they don't, and Wargaming could hold a poll live, it's asking if you guys really want to have that happen in the game, if you're sick of the overpowered premiums. There's a lot of things that you could discuss in a live stream like that, so I really hope that this idea I have at the end here really gets thrown around. So, Meadsy, if you're watching this video, Martin, if any of you are watching this video and you've stuck to the end, please let me know if you'd like to try and get Wargaming to do something like this, because I really think this could be a great idea and help broaden the horizons of the game. But other than that, I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. It took me a while to make this one and come up with some ideas, so if you did like it, make sure to smash that like button. If you didn't, please let me know why in the comments down below and hit me up with a dislike. And I hope you guys do enjoy this video and love the idea, and I'll see you in the next one.